Jersey High School Sports Awards, presented by HSS #1 in Orthopedics. Now introducing Executive Editor, NorthJersey.com and The Record, Blake Kaplan.
We want to welcome you to the 2026 North Jersey High School Sports Awards. We don't have many rules tonight, but the big one is to have fun. When it's appropriate, hoop and holler. When it's appropriate, pat your friends or fellow athletes on the back. But let's have a good time. I want to thank many people who made it possible for this event to happen. Our sports staff, our administrative staff have been working hard to make sure that this event goes off well. We also have several corporate sponsors. Our presenting sponsor is Hospital for Special Surgery, and our premier sponsor is Nicholas Market Fresh Grocer and the New Jersey Army National Guard. Special thanks also goes to Performance Trophies for providing our awards, and Passaic County Technical Institute for this impressive auditorium. Also, thank you to Nicole Searcy Events for our lobby decorations. Again, have fun, and I'm now going to introduce you to our Master of Ceremonies, the man, the myth, Darren Cooper. Better than that.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Darren Cooper. I'm the local sports columnist for The Record, NorthJersey.com, social media at Varsity Aces. In this world, you have to brand yourself, you know. You all know that these days. I am tonight's Master of Ceremonies, your main host, but not the only host, because you would get really bored listening to me talk for a really long time. At least that's what my wife says. We do call this the show, the North Jersey Sports Awards Show. And this show does not move slow. We have videos, pictures, lots of speeches from lots of cool people, and my job is to keep things moving. We take a lot of pride in honoring the best athletes and coaches and teams in North Jersey from this past scholastic year. Now, The Record / NorthJersey.com has a tradition of hosting season-ending banquets dating back to, anybody know? Anybody know? Bueller? I mean, we're talking a good 40, 50 years. It used to be just to recognize all our athletes of the week. But now we honor them in addition to our players of the year in all the sports played in North Jersey High School. We have 42 total awards to give out, 42 of the absolute best in North Jersey. Right, now this is the part you have to pay attention to. This is how this is going to work. Going to move kind of quick. I'm only saying this one time. Well, I am going to say it again. Me or one of my colleagues, because again I'm going to get tired and other people are going to talk, are going to announce the name of the award. The music is going to play. The fireworks are going to shoot off. The smoke machine. Did we get the smoke machine?
No.
No, all right, didn't get the smoke machine. All right, well, we got music. We got lights. The list of nominees for each individual category will appear on the big screen. I will do a dramatic pause. I got practice. That's the dramatic pause. Then we will announce our winner. If you are called to the stage, wow, congratulations. We ask you to say a few words to us. It's okay if you read from your phone. We're not going to penalize you for doing it. But we do want you to remember these 3 important things. We're NorthJersey.com. Think about your parents. Think about your coaches. And if you forget any of this, I put a little note up here just to remind you. All right? This is also the part where I'm supposed to tell you to silence your cell phones. It's 2026. Shoot, my phone's on. So, but if it rings, I'm bringing you up stage. You got to answer the phone on stage on the microphone. But honestly, we want you to have your phones out. We want you to take pictures. We want you to take pictures of the big screen. Not that picture though. That guy's hideous. We want you to take pictures. And after you collect your trophy, don't ask me why, but the marketing people were like, be clear, you have to go through that way. You have to go that way. I don't know what happens if you go that way. Don't go that way. You go that way. After you collect your trophy provided by Performance Trophies and Medals in Randolph, sponsor award, you are invited backstage to meet our special guest, former Dumont High School star and current Philadelphia Sixers starter, Dominic Barlow. Yes, Mr. Barlow, a real live NBA player, is in the building. All right, who's ready to get going? All right, we're going to move fast. We're going to start with our very first award for tonight. And the first award is the North Jersey Baseball Player of the Year. And the nominees on the board. And what did I say? Dramatic pause. Am I getting good at this? Dramatic pause. And the winner of the North Jersey Baseball Player of the Year award is Selden Kolkebeck of Boulder County.
Everybody. To start, I'd like to thank the two most important people in my life, my mom and dad. I love you guys, and I appreciate everything you've done for our family. I'd also like to thank Coach Byron and Coach Lou for everything. I mean, they've taught me lessons that I'll carry with me for the rest of my life. And it's a real honor to win this, and I thank NorthJersey.com. Thank you, guys.
One of the things that I was also had in my pre-show note was talk about the microphone. Talk about the microphone. Because how many times do you or me or kids come and they want to fidget with the microphone, right? They want to go up or they want to go down. There's a big sign right here on the day. Do not tap or touch microphone. So if you do win, don't touch the microphone apparently. And I sound good. I think I sound good. Everybody else sounds good. Our second award, thank you very much. Our second award is the North Jersey Softball Player of the Year. And the nominees are on the board. Okay, I'm going to go off script again for a minute. Again, my name is Darren Cooper. I'm the sports columnist for the record NorthJersey.com, but I've also covered softball for a very, very long time. So some of the parents and coaches might be sitting out there thinking, who picks this award? Who wins this? What decides this? Do you know how hard this is to pick the award winner? It's hard. And I want to know, especially this year in softball, this girl won, but like she wasn't, at one point it was another girl, Kayla Brown. At another point it was another girl, Leia English. And at another point it was this girl, because everybody kept like putting obstacles and big performances together, but this girl finished with the last one. The winner of our North Jersey Softball Player of the Year is Brooke D'Onofrio of Ramsey High School. Brooke led the Rams for Bergen County and Group 2 title. Hey.
Thank you so much to NorthJersey.com for this award. I want to thank my parents. You guys are my biggest supporters. To my teammates and coaches, thank you for constantly showing up and taking so much pride in representing our hometown. That's something we definitely took a lot of pride in this year. We are a public school and we did a lot. There was stuff on the board, so we take so much pride in representing our home zip code. I want to thank my personal coaches, Coach Lou, Coach Harley, Coach Mike, Coach Christopher, and Coach Jenny D. You guys are so committed to just making sure all your athletes are not only great on the field, but also off as people. And then I last want to thank my NJ Pride coaches for pushing me and believing in me even when I didn't even believe in myself. And also thank you to Coach Caserta, Coach Dan, Coach Kayla, and Coach T at Ramsey High School. You guys supported me so much through this journey, so go Rams.
Two speeches and nobody used their phone. All right, I promised you that I would turn things over to hosting duties quickly, and I'm going to do that now. One of my colleagues, the esteemed Mr. Greg Tartaglia, will now present the next award.
Good evening, nice to see everybody here. Darren, in rehearsal, introduced me as the bowling guy, which is what most people know me for. Actually, I've been at the record for 13 years, started as the bowling guy. And I told them when I got hired that I wanted to become eventually the Paul Schwartz of bowling. Track folks that know Paul Schwartz has been doing this for years. About a quarter of the way there. However, there is one thing that I can claim that Paul cannot, because as long as he's been at the record, he's not been there for every single track and field season that's ever happened. Well, I got assigned to the flag football beat this year, and I can proudly say I have covered every single flag football season that the record has had a beat for. So we're going to introduce a new winner tonight, and we're going to take a look at the flag football, girls flag football nominees. There they are, offense and defense, all in one area. But when we announce the winner, it's actually going to be someone who played both offense and defense and did them both very well. The first ever winner of the girls flag football player of the year is Penelope Pace from Louisville. Now Penelope's a junior, so she will be back next year. Threw 48 touchdowns, ran for 22 more, added a pick 6. But that was just in the games that we had. Penelope, come on over. I had you for 71 touchdowns, but I think I might have missed the Wallington game. Do you have any touchdowns that game?
Yeah.
How many?
That's a great question.
Okay, well, I'll ask Coach McDermott, and I think the first game in the playoffs was Hackensack. I mean, you remember that one? It was 25-something. She had more than 71 touchdowns this year that she accounted for, so now I'm going to let Penelope do the
Thank you so much. I'm very honored to receive this award, especially to be the first one for flag football. It means so much to go to the game. I just want to say thank you to both my parents for coming out here tonight, and thank you to Coach McDermott for teaching me very well. Thank you.
Darren did say we were going to keep this moving, and we were not going to keep it boring, so that's the only one I'm going to introduce for right now. Next up, I'm going to volley it back to Darren, I guess. I was supposed to make some kind of tennis pun.
How many touchdowns?
You're moving like a slow bomb.
How many touchdowns did she have?
71 that I tallied up from all the games, but I think I missed a couple games. So I'm going to go talk to Coach McDermott after.
How many touchdowns did the Jets have this year?
Less than 71.
He's a Jets fan. I'm listening to his cut. Our next award is the Boys Tennis Player of the Year award. Dramatic pause. Remember, I got to keep doing that. Dramatic pause. Nominees on the board, and our winner is Luke Spiciak of Northern Highland. Luke went out to the regular season and reached the semi-Woodburn County Singles Tournament. Finished his high school career seated in the top 28 in the state in the singles tournament. Two-hand or single? One-hand? Right.
Hi, I'm Luke, and thank you to The Record and NorthJersey.com for this. Kind of wasn't expecting it, but yeah. Thank you to my mom and dad for all the money they put into my game. And of course, Coach Quinn, who was in here, but he did a lot for me with high school tennis, so yeah, thank you.
How much money does it? Our next award is the Girls Tennis Player of the Year. Put our nominees on the board. We just got a text a few minutes, literally backstage, that this girl was unable to attend tonight. Our winner is, the repeat winner, is Brittany Lee of Richfield Park. Mook, you coming? That's her coach. But Mook said he's not giving a speech, so it is what it is.
Unfortunately, Brittany can't be here. She is up at West Point, where she'll attend the military academy this year. So she wants to thank NorthJersey.com and congratulate her fellow nominees. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. All right, I got more people. You're probably thinking, how many people are backstage? A lot. Trust me. The next person I'm going to call out, though, is one of my best friends and colleagues at The Record, Sean Farrell, who's going to present the next batch of awards. Sean, you're up. Fly a little card.
All right, thank you all for coming out tonight. I will start with the Boys Soccer Player of the Year. The nominees are on the board. And the winner this year is Caden O'Connell of Ramapo. Caden was the scoring leader behind the team that won the Triple Crown. He set career highs with 19 goals and 12 assists, scoring twice in both the county and state finals. Next year, he's heading out to play for Scranton.
Thank you. I just want to thank my coaches and teammates for making my whole high school experience and youth soccer experience so memorable. And thank you to my parents for supporting me every step of the way. Thank you.
All right, switching over to the girls' side. And the winner, and we had some good players this year. But the winner is Hope Ernst of Ramsey. Now, there are a lot of ways for me to explain how good Hope Ernst is. She's an All-American. She scored 31 goals as a sophomore. She led her team on an unbeaten season. But really, it just comes down to one moment. All year, I cover girls soccer. I watched teams try to do anything to stop her. And then in the state final, I saw this up here. Someone try to drag her from the ground, and it still really didn't work. So that's how good Hope Ernst is, and she's just getting started as a sophomore. She couldn't make it. I think we have a special guest, Drew Strohmeyer, the coach of Ramsey, to accept on her behalf.
Sorry, Hope couldn't make it tonight. She's in New York City playing in a street soccer tournament, so she's always playing. But I wanted to thank North Jersey Sports for all they do for promoting high school athletics. What you guys do is amazing. Hope did send a couple words that she wanted me to share with you guys, so I will be the first to break out the phone. Okay, so thank you. I'm beyond excited to receive the Player of the Year award. I wish I was there to receive it in person, however, I had a prior engagement. I want to thank my teammates for constantly pushing me in practice and in games to be the best version of myself, and my coaches for their support in helping me to achieve this award. Thank you.
Now back to my esteemed colleague.
A lot of people backstage. Where are we? All right. Our next award is for boys volleyball. Nominees posted on the board. You know what's coming next, right? The dramatic pause. The dramatic pause. And the winner of our North Jersey Boys Volleyball Player of the Year award is Mordecai Estrada. Sports star for the Common Estrada made 363 kills for a team that reached the Bergen County semis in the second round of the state tournament.
I want to thank NorthJersey.com for giving me this award. I want to thank God, and I want to thank my family for keeping me strong.
Next award is the Girls Volleyball Player of the Year. Do you know how good we play volleyball in North Jersey? It's absolutely amazing. Nominees on the board. After a dramatic pause, the winner is Sophia Guzman of Secaucus High School. Guzman is the only North Jersey team in the Division County Sectional and State Championships. She had 287 kills.
First, I'd like to thank my coaches, Coach Caruso, Shannon, Victoria, and Kendall. Thank you, Coach Norcross, for being here with me today. And finally, I'd like to thank my family for always motivating me and being there for me always. Thank you.
This is
In addition to all the different Players of the Year award, we also have a handful of special awards that we'd like to give out tonight. The first one is our Lifetime Achievement Award that will be presented by the Army Reserve.
This is our home. There's no place like it. Every home needs a hero. You live here. Now, serve here.
Here to present our Lifetime Achievement Award is Staff Sergeant Serrano from our premier sponsor, the New Jersey Army National Guard.
Hello, good evening, and thank you to NorthJerseyNews.com and The Record for having us. Ladies and gentlemen, there are legends of North Jersey athletics, and then there is, drum roll please, Jeff Jasper of Pascack Valley. He's a Title IX pioneer, the only coach in the program's history. He finished with 1,153 wins, the most of any girls basketball coach in New Jersey history. He's been honored by the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame, multiple Coach of the Year awards, and the impact he left on this area is impossible to fathom. Jasper is a direct link to North Jersey icons. He could look at almost every one of us in this room and say he was winning titles before you were born. Funny, kind, passionate, a lifer, a friend, an ambassador, a coach, a representative of how high school sports can impact a generation of people. I give you our Lifetime Achievement Award winner, Jeff Jasper of Pascack Valley.
The fact that this award brings me full circle in life. Who knew that when I made a declaration to myself in 1970 that I would want to teach and coach and give back and live a worthy life. And here I am getting a Lifetime Achievement Award, which just moves me emotionally. I can't thank North Jersey's Sports.com, The Record, all the people, Darren, Paul Schwartz, all of them, for their support over the years. An article was written by Paul Schwartz just recently. It was in print this week. It's on Varsity Aces as well. That tells my story a way that it has not been related before. So that this award is presented to me by a military, rocks my heart. So thank you to my wife Lois, to my family, and to all these athletes that are here. My thanks.
Jeffrey, you left out one part though, okay, my friend? What year did you serve in the Army, my friend? 1969-70. Did you see combat, sir? I did, sir. Almost like I planned it this way. But our next award is the Girls Basketball Player of the Year Award. Nominees on the board, please. Mr. Jasper, would you mind presenting the Girls Basketball Player of the Year Award? It's right here. Read the speech. And the winner is...
The best player out of World Japan. I don't know if Coach Dunn is here tonight. Is he here? I don't know. I'd bring him up as well. But Selena, you are the master. Please come.
Hi everyone. I didn't prepare a speech, but I'm just going to go on top of my head. I wanted to thank NJ.com, my parents, my coaches, Dunn was supporting me through all of this. And I also wanted to thank my team because we were so close and I wouldn't be here without them. So thank you.
Congratulations. I really did surprise Jasper with the award thing. He didn't know what to do. Our next award is the Boys Basketball Player of the Year Award. Nominees on the board. This one was a slam dunk. Oh my God, I just made the worst pun in all of history. The winner is Julius Event from Bergen Catholic. Julius has a bloodline looked up to him. He's third on the all-time scoring list at Bergen Catholic. He's already up at Michigan State, but I think someone's here to accept the award on his behalf. Come on, bring it on.
I think, as most of you guys can tell, I'm not Julius Avent. I'm Owen Wickersheinig. I was teammates with Julius Avent, and I didn't know he was winning this, but he's a great teammate, great individual, and he's doing great things up at Michigan State. And I didn't really get anything to go off of, but he's a great guy, and I think he's very happy and blessed to win this award, and and he's just very thankful.
Owen is correct. So Julius is up at Michigan State for summer workouts. I just want to say, really one thing about Julius is his commitment to his team and his teammates. And I know it sounds strange because we're at an award show, but Julius would second this. I don't want to put words in his mouth, but just knowing him as a human being and as a person, he always put his team first. He averaged 14 points a game for us. He probably could have averaged about 30, but he bought into his team. And then I think he really understood that individual awards, this is the strange part, individual awards are really just byproducts of team success. And I was very, very fortunate and blessed to be able to coach a really, really special individual. So I accept this on his behalf, so thank you.
All right, we're going to take a little bit of a break from the award passing out. I'm really excited to bring on our next guest. Now I know, maybe I'm going to take a wild guess that a couple of y'all watched the NBA Finals. Nixon. Thank you. There was definitely a North Jersey presence and a New Jersey presence at the NBA Finals. And I got a guy backstage who I think is ready to take that lead too. Dominic, his friends call him Dom. Don Barlow was a phenom coming out of Dumont High School, but he picked kind of a bad time. Had that whole COVID thing. So Barlow signed with Team Overtime and Overtime Elite, and was the first Overtime Elite player to make an NBA roster when he joined the Spurs. Is that okay? You're on the Spurs? It's okay? Okay. Yeah, we're on the Spurs. Okay. He signed with the Hawks, spent a year there, then he signed with the Sixers where he's emerged as a starter for Philadelphia, who reached the Eastern Conference semifinals before losing to... all right, you guys can ask him now. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to bring out, for a few minutes, a real North Jersey product, Mr. Dominic Barlow. Oh, we're going center stage. Center stage now.
Okay.
Center stage. Center stage. Lights? Lights? No, we gotta go over here by the lights. Don, how you doing tonight, my friend?
Doing well.
Thank you for coming. Thank you. This guy's really busy. He did not need to be here, so we're very grateful for him for showing up. It's very kind of him to take time out of his day. But Mr. Barlow, the first question I have to ask you is, did you watch the NBA Finals?
I did.
All right, as an NBA player, watching the Knicks and Spurs, what did you see? What did you watch? What was your takeaway?
I saw the Knicks do the same thing they did to us.
But what is that? What is that?
They played basketball. I mean, they're a complete team, and it was their year, so congrats to them.
At any point in time, though, of course, you probably look at them and think, we were there too.
Yeah, you definitely think that. You look back and you watch, the film, the whole games, and you just try to prepare for next year.
Speaking of, so what do you do in this offseason? What does an NBA player do in June when the season's over?
Yeah, so I'm working out like about 5 days a week right now. Monday to Friday, take weekends off, and then eliminated day as the months go. So July will probably be like six days, and then once I get to August, that's when I'm like really ramping up.
Is there any specific part of your game you're working on right now?
Yeah, just being a better perimeter shooter, getting bigger, stronger, but that's about it right now.
What's your favorite high school sports memory now?
I don't even know if it's like on the court. It might just be like just being around like all my friends that like I grew up with and being able to play with them. I remember like, my coach used to tell me all the time. He was like, when you're in like high school and you're playing, you really like aren't gonna appreciate all the memories that you're gonna make until you left. And he was exactly right, because I look back at all those moments and just like going and grabbing food with my friends after practice and just talking, going over to the house and playing a video game. And, like that's the stuff that I miss.
What? All right, now, we got a lot of people in the room. We got a lot of great athletes in the room. They're looking at you and they're like, holy smoke, this guy made the pros. There's more than one person sitting here thinking, I want to be in the NBA, I want to play. What's your advice?
Just be consistent, like in your work, and don't let whatever sport you're playing define you. There's a lot of avenues in life where you're gonna find success, but at the end of the day, sports isn't the end all be all. Being a great person in other aspects of life is a very important skill to have, and just understanding that being a good person and treat people with respect and doing the right things, that'll get you farther in your sport, even though it doesn't seem like it. Like it's really important. So I'll just say like, be yourself, be me, and just give everything you have. But it's very difficult. It's gonna be hard days, and you just kind of have to get through that. And, no one's gonna be able to help you do that beside yourself. So.
Thank you. We've had some North Jersey great athletes come to this show, but they've never let me do this before, but Dama said it's okay. Anybody in the crowd have a question for Dominic Barlow? Come on, nobody, come on. Come on, raise your hand. Somebody's got to have one. Somebody's got to have one. They've never let me do this before, and I want to take advantage of this opportunity. Yes, I'm on the move. You really got one?
Had to do it all over again, what would you do different?
All right, what would you do different, Dom?
Absolutely nothing. I think that everything that I've been through in life, whether it was good or bad, has shaped me into the person I am today. So I wouldn't want to get rid of any good experience I've had, but I also wouldn't want to get rid of any bad experience. I think they're really important.
Billy, who's this guy?
Sean Forbes, Dom, I played for the New York Rents. I know you played for them growing up. So the question is, what was the biggest lesson that Coach Oz taught you?
Coach Oz, that's my guy. I saw him yesterday. Biggest lesson is just like, you know, I was very talented by the time like I ended high school, but it doesn't really matter. There's work that you got to put in. You know, everybody's super skilled. Everybody is going to have something that college coaches want to see, but how are you going to separate yourself? And, you know, your character and kind of the stuff I was talking about before, I kind of learned that from Oz. Just kind of telling me stories about guys who have made it before but didn't last because they didn't do the right things, or they were out all night, or, you know, talk to their coaches disrespectfully. So I would say that's like the biggest thing I learned from him is just, you know, be a good person, but separate yourself and find something that's going to make you stand out.
Thank you so much. No Wembanyama question? None? No Wemby question? All right, I see. All right. You want one more?
I'll tell you.
You take one more? All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to run again then. Now I know why they never wanted me to do this. All right, there she is. Is that your name?
I'm Letitia. I'm here with my son. I have a quick question. So my question is, how did your mom play a part in your life?
That's a really good question. So I grew up with a single mom. She was my everything. She was a disciplinarian. She was a person I could cry, you know, on her shoulder when something bad happened or, you know, anything. So she was just, but she kind of played behind the scenes when it came to basketball. She let me figure out a lot of this stuff. She didn't play sports growing up, so she just tried to help me navigate the best way that she could by just being supportive and letting me kind of make my mistakes, understand, you know, how I'm gonna find my lane in basketball. But she's probably the biggest reason of why I'm in the position I'm in.
I said something when I was introducing Dom that he picked a really bad time to come out of high school, right?
Yeah.
COVID. So we didn't have a sports awards show that year because of COVID. Ladies and gentlemen, no, we are correcting the issue now. The 2020-2021 Boys Basketball North Jersey Player of the Year is Dominic Barlow.
A speech, yeah, you know, 5 years. Was it 5 years now? I don't know what I would have said 5 years ago. But no, it's a blessing, you know. It's kind of a full circle moment being able to be back here and, you know, try to help guide the youth the best as I can. But yeah, no, it's still something. My grandpa would be really happy if he saw this because he was mad when I couldn't get the award here. So yeah, I'm gonna bring this back to him, and I'm sure he'll be really happy to see it.
One more time, thank you so much. All right. That was really sweet. A lot of stuff he said was really sweet. He's really young. All right, our next award. Back to the awards. Our next award, Boys Ice Hockey. Our nominees on the board. I'll practice my dramatic pause one more time. And our winner is H.A. Lassaro of Bridgewood High School. H.A. is the school's all-time leader for points in ice hockey, and he's committed to Penn State for another sport. Stay tuned.
Didn't know I was giving a speech, but
definitely grateful to receive this award. A lot of people that I've received before me that were quite the players, quite the people, so definitely very grateful. I want to thank my dad who's here today, along with my brother. Definitely wouldn't be able to do without either of those guys, especially my brother from the on the ice perspective. But yeah, definitely very grateful. My coaches who haven't been met, but their motivation and kind of that pursuit helped me to pursue the goal of hockey, as it wasn't my top sport, but definitely had a blast playing for Ridgewood and memories that I'll have for the rest of my life. So to go as far as we did and win this award definitely means a lot, and to cap off my hockey career like that was pretty special. So thank you.
I need to go get some water after running around. To deliver the next handful of awards, I bring back Mr. Greg Tartaglia.
Let's see where. Oh, now it's the bowling awards. Okay, good. I told you I've been at the record for 13 years, but this was actually the end of my 25th season on the bowling beat. There were other papers. There was even a radio station involved, and I love it. I love covering it. But I really hate having to pick a player of the year because, yes, I look at the averages, I look at the team success, a lot of different things. It's not always easy because you all are good. So let's put up the nominees for Boys Bowler of the Year. And we always get good individuals, and there are a lot of good teams, too. I think this one fits the bill for both because the winner this year is Brandon Federick of said I do not look at bowling average, but he led North Jersey with a 222, so that was a pretty good indicator. Led the Bulldogs to their first sectional title. Oh, and you won my series at the county team tournament too. Do you remember what that series was? 10-38. Remembers it right offhand. You know what that average is? He averaged 259 for 4 games in a tournament. So,
Hello everyone, I'd like to thank my family, my teammates, and especially Coach A for believing in me, and I'd like to thank NJ.com.
And we do encourage Brandon to stick around because he mentioned Coach A, and I think she might be here, so we'll say hello to her later. Now, Girls Bowl of the Year candidates. Again, there were several girls. I try and interview everybody when I'm at the state finals. I love to make friends with everybody. But there's going to be only one Girls Bowler of the Year. Fortunately, again, the numbers were friendly to me. So the Girls Bowler of the Year is Caitlin Zenz of Bergen Tech. She had the highest girls average of 216. Oh, and by the way, story of the state tournament. I've been going down there for 25 years. North Jersey girls bowling teams never win like the biggest group, which is Group 4. Bergen Tech did it this year, and Caitlin Zenz was the anchor of that
team. Okay, good evening everyone. I'm going to keep this short and simple, so thank you for this honor. It's truly grateful to receive this award. I'd like to thank my coach for his guidance and support, and most importantly, I want to thank my family for their unwavering love and support, which helped me improve in the sport. And again, thank you for this humbling recognition. Yeah.
She just reminded me she's a junior, so she'll be back next year too, and I think most of the nominees will too. So keep bowling well. You'll make it difficult on me, but it's very much a pleasure to watch. And it's now my pleasure to welcome back Darren Cooper because we only have 2 bowling awards. So
What's your average?
One. You
can ask me my high game. What's your high game?
Well, the next 200 I bowl will be the first. 191 is the best. I told you, I love it, but I write better about it.
Thank you, Greg. Boy, before I go on with the cross-country awards, I have to recognize Mr. Jasper talked about. We have a colleague named Paul Schwartz who's been at the record for 54 years, and he loves this night, and he's always here giving out all the track and field awards and cross-country awards. However, he had a family vacation that he just had to take, and is up in Maine, so I have to fill in for him and handle all of the track awards. That's okay. Our next award is the Boys Cross Country Runner of the Year. I'm just not as good as Schwa. I don't know as good as Schwa. Nominees are on the board. Dramatic pause, and our winner is Michael McGinnity. Michael missed a month early in the season and made up for lost time, winning the Bergen A meet and taking second at the meet of champs. His 16th flat. You gotta be kidding. 16th flat? Nope. You know, I've run Garrett around a long time ago. His 11th all-time Bergen County. Congratulations.
Good evening, everyone. I just want to say how honored I am to receive this award. I'd like to thank my parents for all their sacrifices. I would like to thank my coaches, Coach Levitsky, Coach Joser. They were there for me every step of the way. And I'd also like to thank my teammates and everyone who helped me out along the way. Thank you.
You want a break? How long's a break?
10 days.
How much miles are we going to do when we peak during the summer months? How many miles are we hitting?
Maybe 70?
Jeez. Jeez. Okay. What's your favorite place to run?
Course?
Yeah.
Probably.
Hold down.
Yeah, hold down.
Thank you, Mike. Good luck to you. Next up, our girls cross country runner of the year. Nominees on the board. And the winner is someone you're going to hear a little bit more about later tonight. The winner is, oh, this girl's good. Catherine Keating of Bridgeport. Catherine became the third girl in Bergen County history to break 18 minutes at Holmdel, even the bowl and everything. Bowl, ooh. And led the Maroons to their first state group title since 1999. All right, Catherine, Mike.
Good evening. I'm so honored to receive this award, especially at a field of such talented girls. I want to thank NorthJersey.com and Mr. Schwartz for all the coverage on cross country and track all year. I also want to thank my parents, sister, family, teammates, and coaches for all our support and for pushing me to do better. Thank you so much.
You run today, Catherine?
I did at my break.
You're on your break
yeah.
too? All right. Well, you just heard how many miles a week are we hitting?
Hopefully 50.
Good Lord. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Next up, our Field Hockey Player of the Year Award in North Jersey. Nominees hit the screen. And the winner is Kelsey Bennett of Northern Highlands High School. Highlanders won their fourth straight Bergen County title and went 21. Bennett scoring a team-high 24 goals. It's hard to score goals in field hockey. Isn't it, Kelsey? Isn't it hard to score goals in field hockey? Yeah, all right.
Thank you. I'd like to thank North Jersey for giving me this award. I'd like to thank my parents for all their support and for being with me here tonight. I'd like to thank Coach Allie for being the best coach I've ever had. And lastly, I'd like to thank my teammates, especially my best friend Layla, for making the season so fun and memorable. Thank you.
All right, our next award is for the Gymnast of the Year. Probably the most flexible person in this room right now is probably the winner. The North Jersey Gymnast of the Year. Nominees on the board. Our winner this year is Alyssa Salerno. Gymnastics for this sport, Alyssa just couldn't stop. She led the Raiders to their fourth straight county team title and was also the all-around champ in the county with a 37.17 time. And she's all the way over there. I thought people want to sit closer. It's okay. Let's.
Okay. Hi. I want to thank North Jersey for this award. It's
my coaches who always believed in me and pushed me, and my teammates who helped me get through practices and everything, and just being a good support system. This means a lot to me, and yeah, thanks to everyone. Thank you.
All right, our next award is a special one, and I know she's here somewhere. It's our North Jersey Coach of the Year. Our North Jersey Coach of the Year is truly a woman for all seasons. Helen Antonides made her mark throughout North Jersey as a volleyball coach, bowling coach, and softball coach at Patterson Catholic and Rutherford. One of my favorite stories about our Coach of the Year, Coach A, is how she used to tell me that she led North Jersey in all-time losses. Is that correct, Coach A? Yeah. So, since we are who we are, Mr. Tartaglia looked it up. She has 602 losses in her career. How many wins you got overall, Coach A? 965 wins in her career. My other favorite story about Coach A is when she brought me baklava before a softball game in 2008. Totally true story. Totally true story. In our business, it's always refreshing to talk to and get to know a coach who not only loves their job and loves what they do, but also sees that what they do is not measured solely by wins and losses. No matter how many losses and wins she had, Helen Antonides made everyone around her feel like a winner, even the reporters. And as a surprise to Helen, who promised she was not giving a speech, but she is anyway, her dear friend Karen Shenstein is going to say a few words on Coach A's behalf.
I'm going to be nice. Good evening, everyone. A couple of weeks ago, Darren contacted me and let me know my very good friend, Helen, was receiving overall North Jersey Coach of the Year and asked if I would say a few words.
Did you say yes?
I was a little nervous. Him and hawed a little bit, but I said yes, and I'm very honored. Helen, or known to most as Coach A, has dedicated an extraordinary amount of time, energy, and passion to high school athletics. Tonight, we celebrate not just the accomplishments of a coach, but the lasting impact of a leader, mentor, colleague, and friend. For 75 seasons, Coach A has stood on the sidelines, in the dugout, and even the lanes, inspiring generations of student athletes. 75 seasons of teaching, encouraging, competing, and making a difference in the lives of countless young people. That level of commitment is rare, and it represents a lifetime of service to high school sports. Throughout her incredible career, Coach A has achieved what many can only dream of. She has led teams to state sectional titles in volleyball, softball, and most recently bowling, proving that her knowledge, leadership, and ability to connect with athletes transcends any one sport. Her success is not defined by one program or one championship. It is defined by consistency, excellence, and character she brings to everything she does. But anyone who knows Coach A understands that her legacy is about so much more than trophies and banners. As the great coach John Wooden once said, a good coach can change a game, a great coach can change a life. And Coach has changed countless lives. Her players learn more than skills and strategies. They have learned perseverance, accountability, teamwork, confidence, and what is meant to be part of something bigger than themselves. She has been the person who believed in them, challenged them, and helped them become better athletes and better people. Her impact extends beyond her players. She has supported families, built relationships with parents, and created programs where everyone feels valued and connected. She has also been an incredible resource and role model for fellow coaches like myself. Her willingness to share her knowledge, offer encouragement, and support those around her has made every coach fortunate enough to work with her better. North Jersey athletics is stronger because of her dedication. She has helped shape the culture of high school sports in this area and has set a standard for what it means to be a coach. Her influence can be seen in the athletes she has mentored, the coaches she has inspired, and the communities she has represented. Coach, tonight's honor is incredibly well-deserved. While the championships and accomplishments will always be remembered, your greatest achievement is the legacy you have created, the people you have influenced, the lives you have touched, and the examples you have set. Thank you for all your 75 seasons of commitment, passion, and excellence. Thank you for being a champion not only on the scoreboard, but in the hearts of athletes, families, and coaches who had the privilege of knowing you. Congratulations on being named North Jersey Sports Coach of the Year. This honor represents everything you have given to the game and the people who have made high school sports athletics so special. Congratulations.
All week long, Karen's going, I'm going to come to this tonight. I'm like, really? She goes, yeah, I want to support my friend. I'm like, Karen, just stay home. Just stay home. First of all, you know, I don't stand up here alone. I stand up here with all my players. You know, because they're the ones that helped me get whatever it is that I got. At the end of the day, I have no idea wins and losses.
Just told you.
Well, whatever, it doesn't matter. You know, the memories are great, and I thank my administrators, my family, my friends, and of course, once again, my players. For 75 seasons, the best part of my day was going to practice your game. Not that teaching health and phys ed was a hardship, okay, but the best part of my day was definitely being with you guys and seeing so many of my players and even the players I coach against, because watching you play with passion is basically what it's all about. Thank you, North Jersey.
More than halfway done. Our next award is the Boys Indoor Track Athlete of the Year. The nominees hitting the screen. It's a good list. Good list. The winner is Seven Garcia of Hackensack High School. Indoor, Seven went undefeated against Jersey Runner, winning the Bristol State title and the state meet champ, for lowering his own Bergen County record to 47.05 in a fourth place finish at Nashville. Seven, how you doing tonight? Good. Did you run tonight? No?
Good evening. I'd like to dedicate this award to my coaches, families, friends, especially trainers. I feel like they watched my progression not just as an athlete, but as a man. And I feel like this award is just a high honor because, just winning this in a room full of talented athletes. So, thank you, North Jersey, and congratulations to all the nominees.
Next up, our girls indoor track athlete of the year. Nominees on the board. Oh, I've been forgetting the dramatic pause. You gotta remind me if I forget the dramatic pause, please. The winner is Caroline Agnabene of Old Japan. Caroline became the first athlete to place in both the pole vault and high jump at the indoor state meet champ. She was third in the pole vault and fifth in the high jump. 9 months after, she became the second person to do it outdoors. Caroline, did you run today? No. Pole vault today? No.
Hi. I just want to say a few thank yous in case you haven't already heard enough. First, obviously, I'd like to thank North Jersey Sports for organizing this amazing awards and congrats to all the other athletes. Then I'd like to thank my family for supporting me no matter the outcome. And lastly, I would like to thank my coaches, mainly Clark, that's here today, for helping me to get better every day. I'm so excited for another year. Thank you.
Congrats. Now to the boys of swing. Our next award is the Boys Golfer of the Year. Nominees on the board. And the winner is Rory Aselta of St. Joe's Regional. So you should feel bad for anyone else on the course when Rory shows up. Rory is a sophomore who delivered arguably the best first 2 seasons in New Jersey boys golf history. He won North Non-Public with a 2 under 68. He repeated as the TFC titleist in a 1-hole playoff, and his 9-hole average was 35.9. Currently, Rory is out on a golf course somewhere, but he sent us a video of his acceptance speech.
Thank you, NorthJersey.com and Varsity Aces for naming me Golfer of the Year. It was so much fun helping lead St. Joe's to back-to-back state championships this year. I'd like to thank my family, Coach Rudy, my teammates, and St. Joe's for all their support.
Quick and to the point. Thank you, Rory. And now our Girls Golfer of the Year award. Our nominees on the board. A lot of good players on the board. Dramatic pause. The winner is Olivia Lee of Holy Angels. Olivia tied for first at the Big One Championship with 71. She won the Bergen County title with a 72 and helped the Angels repeat as county champs. Her 9-hole average was 36.7. Come on, Olivia, come on. Shooting hard. Oh, you golfed today? What did you shoot today? Where'd you
Hi, thank you so much to NorthJersey.com for this award. Thank you to my mom, my dad, my twin brother Max for always supporting me. Thank you to Coach Dunn, Coach Mark, and Athletic Director Chan for all your support. Thank you to my teammates for making every moment so special, and most importantly, I want to thank God because none of this would be possible without him.
All right, I'm going to turn things back over to the pride of Middle Park. Mr. Farrell, you in the house? You still here? You didn't leave? All right, Don Farrell is going to give out the next batch of awards. Go.
All right, thank you, Darren. Now on to lacrosse. We'll start on the boys' side. Got a lot of high-level players going D1, big places, so this was not easy. The nominees are on the board, and the winner, welcome back to the stage, A.J. Lasaro of Ridgewood. Spring, A.J. led Ridgewood to a state title run and turned in one of the best seasons in program history. He scored 68 goals and 23 assists.
Thank you. This definitely means a lot, considering lacrosse is what I put most of my time into. I want to thank my coaches. Coach Pound's been around for a while, does it the right way, and puts a lot of trust in me, so I definitely credit a lot of this to him. But thank my brother and the rest of my teammates for being by my side. We have a group this year, but really rallied around each other, and so credit to them and my family, of course. So thank you.
All right, switching over to girls lacrosse. Nominees are on the board. And the winner, it's a Ridgewood sweep. It's Captain Clutch, Katie Adams. Katie gave Ridgewood a storybook moment by scoring the overtime winner in the state sectional final. She finished with 63 goals, 9 assists, helping the Maroons win county and state championships. And she's off to play for William and Mary.
this award is such an honor. I wanted to thank my parents, my incredible teammates, and coaches. I wouldn't be here without you guys. Thank you so much.
All right. Turning to swimming. We'll start on the boys' side. Nominees on board. And the winner, here at his home school, Oliver Kiss of Passaic County. Oliver goes down as one of the most decorated swimmers in Northern history. He owns 11 county titles. He set 4 county records right across the street. And next year, he's teaming up with his older brother at Bryant.
Hello, thank you for everybody coming out here. I just want to first say thank you to my family, thank you to my coaches, and yeah, thank you guys.
All right, heading over to girls swimming. And the winner is Jessie Wolf of Northern Highlands. Colgate Commit won 4 county titles and didn't lose a race this year until the state meet of champions. She capped her career with a state silver medal in the 100 freestyle and a school record.
Hello, I just wanted to thank North Jersey for this honor. This is such an incredible award. I'd also like to thank my coaches, Coach Viscardi and Coach Sorelli, and lastly, my parents for all the early mornings and late nights. Thank you.
All right, on to my other winner beat, boys wrestling. And this is a great wrestling stage, so this was not easy either. The winner, Christian Alvarez of St. Joseph Region. Now you want to talk about strength and schedule. Christian took on the best of the best and beat them all this year. He went 35-0, won a state title at heavyweight, was ranked 6th in the country, and beat 8 wrestlers ranked nationally. He's going to play for North Carolina. He's going to North Carolina to play football and wrestle, so he's off training for Coach Belichick, but we have an honored guest to give his speech.
Hi, I'm Christian's mom, who's not able to be here tonight, so he sent a few words. He said, I'm thankful for all my coaches, teammates, friends, and family that helped me get to where I am today. Thank you to NorthJersey.com Sports and Sean Farrell for all the coverage throughout the season. I wish I could be here tonight, but I'm already in school training. Thank you.
Okay, Girls Wrestler of the Year. Nominees on board. And the winner, the one and only, Olivia Georges of DePaul. Now, Olivia is going to be way too humble to brag, so let me do it for her. She's the most accomplished girls wrestler we've ever had in North Jersey since the sport became official. She's our first 3-time state champ, and this year as a senior she was 24-1. Woo!
Thank NorthJersey.com, my family, and my teammates and my coaches for helping me get to where I was.
Back to Jeremy.
How you doing? Good? Good? Really good? Really good? Okay. So tonight, this show, this night, all started because of one little award, the Bergen Record Athlete of the Week Award. Now I know, and you know, other media companies give out Athlete of the Week Award to high school athletes, and they give out trophies, and they give out certificates, but ours is better. You know why? Because ours started in 1954. And up until 2 years ago, all the drawings were done by the same man, Mr. Charlie McGill. Now, our drawings are done in the style of Charlie McGill. Because after 70 years, Mr. McGill finally retired. I mean, 70 years, come on. I mean, what kind of loyalty is that, 70 years? For years and years, we would hold a banquet to recognize each athlete of the week. We're now over 4,000 overall athletes of the week. All the athletes of the week here tonight are part of an incredible tradition. Now let's break down this year's Athlete of the Week class. We love this stuff. Deep breath. There were 77 total selections. 8 became 2-time Athlete of the Week winners. 1 became a 3-time honoree, and the first ever AOW to win 3 times in one school year, Catherine Keating of Ridgewood. There were 46 seniors, 20 juniors, 10 sophomores, 1 freshman, Stephanie Moreno of Fairlawn for girls basketball. Fairlawn also produced the first AOW honored solely for girls flag football, sophomore Elizabeth Patino on May 1st. Hackensack senior Brianna Darling was recognized for flag and softball on April 10th, making her the second all-time honoree for flag and another sport in the same week. By sport, 11 football players, 13 if you add in flag, 9 indoor track, boys and girls combined, 9 basketball players, boys and girls combined, 7 baseball players, 7 track and field, boys and girls combined, 7 volleyball, boys and girls combined. What school had the most? I don't know the answer. Somebody tell me. What school had the most? Catherine Keating, where'd you go to school? Thank you very much. Ridgewood had 6, thanks to Catherine Keating. Ramapo had 5, Demorest 4, Old Tappan 4, Pascack Valley 4, all of them Rivervale residents. Fort Lee had 4, Luke Senator 1 for football and baseball. Palisades Park had 2 in the same school year for the first time since 1973-74. We had a Gino and a Gina. We had a Julian and a Juliana. We had a Misha, an Onyx, a Raina, a Selden, and a 7. Since 1954, there are now 4,022 North Jersey Athlete of the Week selections. Slightly fewer athletes because of repeat selections. The big milestone this year, number 4,000, was Don Bosco senior Santino Rodriguez for wrestling on March 27th. Yannick Fall was the first Beckton AOW ever for indoor track. Ryston Ransom was the first Passaic AOW for volleyball, boys or girls. Will Lassaro, I know you're here, Will, was the first Ridgewood AOW for ice hockey. Thomas Barnes, the first Rutherford AOW for bowling, right, Coach A? Julian Pierre was the first West Milford AOW for boys soccer. The last winner they had was 1995. Matthew Altamore, first AOW from Hawthorne Christian Eastern Christian Baseball Co-op, and the first baseball player from Eastern Christian since 1984. Lila Stokes is the first Waldwick girls basketball player AOW in 40 years from Waldwick, and the first member of the Stokes family to earn AOW in 36 years. Her uncle was AOW in 1990. Did I prove to you how much we love this stuff? A few years ago, we commissioned a video on the background and the history of the Athlete of the Week Award. I hope you enjoy it. There are moments in life, days you want to remember forever. Days of your youth, running free, soaring to new heights, coming together with your friends and teammates to achieve a special goal. This is the story of the Athlete of the Week, delivered by the records to North Jersey athletes since 1954. How the award has impacted generations of athletes. Several have become famous pros, movie stars, or maybe it was the best athletic week of their life.
Well, Athlete of the Week was a pretty big deal for high school athletes in Bergen County back then, talking 1968, and had been for a good 14, 15 years.
A lot of things had to fall in place for you to win that. I mean, you're taking on every person that's competing from, and it wasn't just relegated to the top of the line high schools, the Group 4s. I mean, there was guys from Group 1 who could win it, girls and guys. It didn't matter. You were taking on everybody who was competing in any sport at that time. So for you to have what they perceived to be the best week of any athlete was a big deal.
I think it's like the crowning jewel, both individually and for your team. When somebody gets an opportunity to have that selection, that's forever.
The first female athlete of the week was Diane Lovato, a gymnast from Pascack Hills in 1972.
I got chosen as a woman, and I was excited to see more women being chosen as athlete of the week. I happened to be gymnastics, and they had a Bergen County championship, so all the high schools in Bergen County would compete, and they made a big deal out of that. So my freshman year, I didn't win all around, but I won 3 events, and then my sophomore year I went all around, and I went on to win 3 state championships my sophomore year.
I had a pretty good game against New Milford, and I thought I had a shot at being chosen to have my likeness drawn by Mr. McGill. And when I was chosen, and my picture was in the paper and all that, I was thrilled and excited and proud and honored.
I just know for me, as a young child, like opening up the record and flipping through it, like that's what I wanted to be. I wanted to be Athlete of the Week. I wanted him to draw my face. I wanted people to know my name. I wanted to go on and do great things. Like, I know there's a bunch of young kids that feel the same way.
Being named Athlete of the Week is a signature moment in a young person's life, a moment frozen in time, commemorated in pencil and paper. The memories last forever. Backstage, and I really enjoy the video, and the high school kids are probably like, who's the guy with the scraggly hair? His name is Ed Harris. He was in Top Gun Maverick. He has a cameo in Top Gun Maverick. And he's also in The Truman Show, which are movies, very famous actor. He's one of our most famous athletes of the week, until this year's class when somebody's going to do something cool. Speaking of, I would like all of the athletes of the week who are in the house, I know you're here because I invited you all, to please stand and be recognized. You are the Athlete of the Week class. For all of you, if you didn't pick it up on your way in, please make sure you pick it up on your way out. So, the big moment in our Athlete of the Week banquet was always the presentation of our $1,000 Charlie McGill Scholarship. One male and one female high school senior in North Jersey. They didn't have to be the star of the team, but they had to embody the passion, the spirit, and the work ethic of North Jersey athletics. It's a tradition that we continue to this day. And our male scholarship winner is Anthony Anembo of Old Tappan. Brave and Battle Panther, and wrote a book about it. And also won a state title. Did you really do that, Anthony? What a great story. And now, our McGill Scholarship winner, Anthony Anembo. Take it away.
How are we doing, everybody? I was called here to make a little bit of a speech, so I'm not a public speaker, but I'll try my best for you guys. Hello, everybody. My name is Anthony Anembo. I'm a candidate for Baseball Player of the Year tonight, but that is not the main reason I'm here. I'm here for something bigger than any award, what I believe to be the true meaning of sports. So, here goes nothing. In middle school, I was an average kid. I had good grades and was above average at baseball. I remember one of my final days in 8th grade, I was scrolling through Instagram and I stumbled across Bergen County baseball rankings. Old Tappan had just won the Bergen County tournament and was ranked above every Catholic school powerhouse in the area. I was so excited, I took my phone and I showed a girl behind me. And they were impressed, and one asked, "You going there to play baseball?" I said, "Yes, I'm going there to play baseball." Then I turned back in my seat and a chill shot up my spine. A voice in my head started going off. How in the world do you think you could play baseball at that school? And honestly, the voice was right. I wasn't that good. But it was too late, I was in too deep. Now I must make varsity as a freshman. From that point on, I trained like an absolute animal. Push-ups at 1 o'clock in the morning. I remember training like my life depended on it. I didn't know at the time that my well-being actually would. In December of my freshman year, I found an unusual bump in the shower. My dad rushed me to an urgent care. The doctor there said there was a 99% chance it wasn't cancer. The specialist then told me 90%. After surgery, my dad came in the recovery room and then told me the doctor said 50%. Although I just got out of surgery, I told my dad, I got it. With anger in his voice, he snapped at me. "Don't say that. That's not what the doctor said." Although I just got out of surgery, I yelled at him. I pointed out how we went from 99 to 90 to 50% of not being cancer. I yelled at him for missing the trend. A couple days later, my parents called me upstairs. They were sitting unusually close to each other on the couch. Then my father muttered out words no 14-year-old expects to hear. I had been diagnosed with a rare type of lymphoma. After a sad conversation, I ran to the basement. Instead of my usual spot, I went to the laundry room. I sat on the floor, back against the dryer, and folded into my knees, bawled my eyes out. Then I stood up. I walked to the mirror, and I stared at myself and asked one question. Is this how we're going to go out? That tiny spark of defiance turned into everything. I dropped to the floor and did push-ups until my arms gave out. And although I lost all feelings in my arms, I regained it in my mind. When I stood back up and looked in the mirror again, the kid who was crying was totally gone. Although my parents and closest mentors really didn't believe I could make varsity as a freshman, I didn't care. I didn't need them. I had myself. When tryouts came, I did actually make it. I was a starting varsity catcher from opening day of my freshman year to the last game of my senior year. 4 years and 129 hits later, I ended my career as a state champion and an all-state player. I became the person the kid on the drive dreamed about becoming. But now I'm 18, and I've reflected a lot. Was I really successful because I made myself good at baseball? Did the kid on the drive really want to make that varsity team? How does hitting a baseball propel society forward or help others around me? It took me about 4 years to understand what that 14-year-old kid wanted. He wanted control. He wanted to be able to control himself. I believe that suffering only remains suffering when you don't learn from it. That is why I dissected my life's experiences in order to derive meaning from them. It's the information I wish I knew when I was 14 years old against that drive. The information I wish I could tell, quote unquote, the next kid. That is why I put everything in the book, titled Cancer, I Thank You, a blueprint for creating a life you want to wake up to. At the end of this book, I then ask the reader to help the next kid in whatever situation I may look like, not just cancer. Although I didn't write the book for myself, this blueprint has done so much for me. This baseball season, I graded my success based on how well I played in accordance to the principles written in my book. I didn't once worry about my stats. And ironically, this was the best year ever as I batted over 550 hits. Now today, I stand in front of you all as a candidate for Baseball Player of the Year. But I want to leave you with two things. One about sports and one about life. About sports, stats could be a good reflection of your internal state, but they never define your worth. Stats don't make you any more or less of a person than a bench warmer. Do they make you a better athlete than someone? Sure, but being a good person is far greater than being a good athlete. And about life, typically the things that hit you hardest in life you'll never even see coming. I hope they don't come, but if they do, don't look around for an answer. Look within. The answer to any problem is always within. So with that, I encourage you to get off your dryer and go live your life to its fullest extent. Because nobody, and I mean nobody, knows your destiny. Thank you all very much.
Our female McGill Scholar winner. Okay, I have to confess to a little bit of bias on this one. One of the first sports I covered at the record was Passaic County boys soccer and a hotshot young coach named Rich Broderick at Manchester High School. Kate Broderick knows the story, but I'll tell it to you now. We didn't know her issue and her story until her coach told us in an email when she was nominated for Athlete of the Week. Right now I'm honored to be able to let Kate tell her story of battling an eating disorder and coming back to play softball for Park Ridge this spring. I know, you know, and we all know that this is an issue that plagues both young male and female athletes. Kate went through a lot to get here, and I'm thrilled to announce her as the 2026 Female McGill Scholarship winner. Please welcome Kate Broderick of Park Ridge.
Hi everyone. I want to start off by saying thank you to my parents, my coach Rick, and Coach Dennis, and also thank you to NorthJersey.com and Darren Cooper for choosing me for this award. I'm extremely grateful and appreciative to be receiving this award tonight. I know you've probably heard 100 times seniors ending their graduation speeches, or we never thought this day would come. So this might sound a little cliche for me to say that, but this was a real thought and fear myself and my family had many times throughout this year for me. There were times this year when we weren't sure if I would be able to graduate, if I would have the criteria needed, or if I would be physically strong enough to walk across the stage. This year, I went through probably the hardest time in my life I will ever have to go through. I missed out on more than half my senior year, spent Christmas and New Year's away from my friends and my family, and had to overcome some of the hardest mental and physical problems someone can. In August of 2025, I was diagnosed with anorexia. I was unrecognizable. I wasted all of my energy on over-exercising, and my mind was consumed with the thought of food and the way I looked. I lost friendships, trust with my family, my personality, and myself in general. So when I finally admitted to my mom I needed help, it was the scariest but bravest thing I could have done. We went right into action, getting me set up with doctors and having appointments weekly. To start off my senior year, I tried all I could to do the work at home and overcome this disorder, but as the weeks went on, I was moving in the wrong direction. My weight was still going down and I was physically and mentally exhausted. The disorder was still taking over my life and winning each day. As hard as I tried, the disorder was too strong. Towards the end of November, basketball season came around and I told I wasn't going to be able to play. After 12 years of playing, my senior career was over before it even started. As disappointing and hard as that was, it was just too late, physically and mentally. At the beginning of the beginning of the basketball season, I was sent to a residential program, living 2 hours away from my family with only 10 minutes each day to call. I spent 8 of the most draining, challenging, and exhausting weeks of my life there. Each day took so much out of me, mentally and physically. My days were filled with trying to understand my brain, learning how to cope with my feelings, and how to keep pushing myself even when it seemed impossible. But most importantly, it was mainly helping me get to a safe and healthy space. I was finally feeling my body the way I should have been, and even though sometimes it was so difficult, each time I overcame it, I was just bringing myself closer to getting myself back. Each night my basketball team had a game. The next day, during my 1 hour of school time, I would spend it rewatching the game on Huddle. It was a bittersweet feeling being able to watch my friends and teammates play, but also not being able to play with them, let alone even be there. I took this feeling of grief and used it as a motivation to keep on going on the hard days. I was finally discharged and stepped down to a partial hospitalization program. While each day was still challenging, I pushed through all the mental and physical obstacles. By the time softball season came around, I was so proud and confident in myself that on March 31st, I was on the mound starting pitcher for the first game of the season. I was able to play every game of the season and finally be with my team again. While this year was the most difficult and challenging time of my life, I'm also forever grateful for it as it taught me so many new things and shaped me into a new and better person and who I am today. Thank you.
Just a few more awards until we get to the big one. Although they're all big, as far as I'm concerned. Thank you, Kate. Our Boys Track Athlete of the Year. Nominees on the board. And the winner is Seven Garcia of Hackensack. Remember him? It's hard to imagine a better season than the one Seven had. He ran 12 individual races this spring, anywhere from 200 to 800 meters, and he won 10 of them. He went undefeated at the 400 in 6 races. He won 3 races at sectionals, took the 800 as the state group 4, and anchored the best 4x4 and second best 4x800 team in New Jersey. Again, Seven Garcia, did you run today?
I didn't think I was going to do a double, but I'm grateful for it. All glory to God, highly favored, highly blessed. And I like to really especially shout out, Coach Savitsky, Coach Dozer, and Coach Hazel, guiding me, just as a scrawny freshman, not knowing if I really wanted to take this far, all the hard nights of working, just, all I gotta say is just dream big.
Now our Spring Girls Track Athlete of the Year. Nominees hitting the board, dramatic pause, and our winner is Addison Hanson of Bergen, Texas. This year, Addison became one of the top 1,600 runners in New Jersey, winning the Bergen Meet of Champs, taking 3rd in Group 4 and 6th at the State Meet of Champs with a PR of 4 minutes 53 seconds. She also dropped her 800 PR to 2:12, taking 2nd to national champ Natalie Dumas in the Group 4 race. If you haven't ever seen Natalie Dumas, she is not of this planet. Am I right? She is not of this planet. Thank you, Addison. Congratulations.
I did not think I was going to win this. Thank you so much.
Why not?
NewJersey.com for this award. I'm really grateful for receiving it. I want to thank my parents, my mom and my dad, for supporting me all the steps of my journey. And I want to also thank my coach, Coach Buser,
for helping me because I never thought I was going to go this far in track. I was actually very nervous in starting as a freshman. And of course, I want to thank my teammates for helping me throughout my entire journey and just always being there during all my hard practices and workouts. Thank you so much.
Our boys field after this track and field. Our boys field athlete of the year for the spring. Our nominees hitting the board. And the winner is Evan Uzan of Glen Rock High School. Evan never lost in the New Jersey Thrower and won 10 of 11 shot put titles. The only loss, a 6th place finish at 10 relays against some of the best in the world. He had 5 meets where he threw over 60 feet with a best of 64.2. Is that still your PB right now? Did you break it already? Not yet, okay. At the NJIC meet, 4th best in Bergen County history. All right, Evan.
I want to say thank you to NorthJersey.com for giving me this award. And I want to say thanks to my parents, my coaches, and my teammates. I couldn't do it without you.
Thank you. And now our girls field athlete of the year. Remember, it's track and field. Nominees on the board of the best athletes in the state. And the winner is Peyton Lowenstein of West Milford High School. The 3 longest javelin throws in New Jersey were made by 3 different North Jersey athletes, but Peyton separated herself from becoming West Milford's first state meet of champions winner at any event, winning by 11 feet. Lowenstein, whose dad Eric won the 1998 Group 1 state javelin title for New Milford, West Milford, New Milford, threw 144.7 to take the state county record by winning Group 2. So who throws farther, you or your dad? Hopefully, okay, she says first.
Hi, I'd just like to say thank you to NorthJersey.com, and I would love to say thank you to both of my parents for everything they do for me. I would also like to say thank you to all my track coaches, including Coach Gatto, most importantly, Coach Pychuk, Lambert, Kaiser, and McCormack. Thank you so much.
All right, now it's time for our football offensive and defensive player of the year award, presented by Performance Trophies. Here to present the 2 football awards is the person responsible for all of the trophies we've been handing out tonight, Brian Cumming from Performance Trophies in Randolph. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Brian, please.
What a great event. I'm proud to be a sponsor tonight. This player was Mr. Excitement in the North Jersey football last season. Lining up at running back, wide receiver, return kicks, he scored 13 touchdowns and had the most memorable moment of the season, scoring on a 2-point play in overtime to beat Bergen Catholic. He will play for Harvard in the fall. The North Jersey Football Offensive Player of the Year is Nate Bailey from St. Joseph.
Good evening, everybody. I'm truly honored to receive this award. I'd like to thank NorthJersey.com and the record for nominating me. I want to thank my teammates, Coach Augie Hoffman, and all the staff and administration at St. Joe's. They're a group full of amazing people, and they were the engine to what we were able to accomplish this past year. Last but not least, I want to thank my mom, my village, and everybody who makes those countless sacrifices every day so that I'm able to be the best person I can be. I'm truly grateful to be allowed to represent my family, and I also want to give a special thanks to my younger siblings, Ethan, Mackenzie, and Issa, who motivated me more than they'll ever know. Thank you again, and good night.
Congratulations, Nate. And for the record, I did not write that, so Bergen Catholic, sorry. Okay. Our next award is for the football player year on defense. Hold on 1 second, sorry. This is not mine, sorry. Our next award is the football player year on defense. If Nate Bailey was skill and speed, this player was power. He had 121 tackles, 3 interceptions, while also running for almost 1,500 yards on the offense. The North Jersey Football Player of the Year on defense is Steve Klein of Westwood. Mr. Klein is already at Boston College, getting ready for the season, but recording an acceptance speech for us.
What's up, guys? This is Steve Klein from Westwood High School, New Jersey. I just want to say thank you to NorthJersey.com for being selected as Defensive Player of the Year. It's an honor, and I wouldn't be here today without my family, teammates, and coaches. You know, playing defense, you gotta have communication, trust, and we push each other every day. And I just want to say thank you to them because they push me every day to be the best version of myself, and I wouldn't be without them today. And to my mom and dad, thank you guys for pushing me every day to be the best version of myself.
Team of the Year presented by Fresh Grocery.
The kitchen table tells the story. Nicholas Markets has been filling it since 1943. 4 generations of New Jersey families finding farm-fresh produce, hand-cut meats, and Italian imports you won't see anywhere else. From their signature bakery to specialty cheeses direct from Italy, this is where exceptional meets affordable. Our convenient locations in North Haledon, Cedar Grove, Township of Washington, and Colonia. Find your local favorites at nicholasmarkets.com.
Here to hand out our 2 Team of the Year awards is Rocco Maniaci, Procurement Manager of Nicholas Markets, the Fresh Grocer Supermarket, with locations in North Haledon, Township of Washington, Cedar Grove, my personal favorite, and Colonia. Ladies and gentlemen, Rocco Maniaci. Oh, there you are.
Good evening, everybody. Girls Team of the Year. It's pretty hard to do better than perfect. The Ramsey Girls Soccer Program completed a historic season, finishing 25-0, becoming the first undefeated team from Bergen County since 2014. Their dominance was both on sides of the pitch. They led the league in both goals per game and goals allowed. So, the North Jersey Girls Team of the Year is the Ramsey Girls Soccer Team.
Successful was that we had so much fun playing with each other. We didn't care who we were playing against, when, where, whatever. All that mattered was that we were going out there and having fun. So that was the main factor to our success. And a big, big, big thank you to our coaches, Coach Stroh and Coach Matt. They're both over there. Hey guys. They were probably 2 of the best coaches I've ever had, and I can speak on all of us. We are very thankful to have them as coaches. So thank you.
And now for the boys team of the year. There was a lot of pressure on the Bergen Catholic boys basketball team this winter, and they turned that pressure into diamonds. The Crusaders finished 29-3 this past season, not losing a game to a New Jersey opponent, and repeated as a non-public A state champion. New Jersey plays good basketball. That's been a theme all night long here, and the 2026 new North Jersey boys team of the year is the best. Now please welcome the Bergen Catholic boys basketball team. Congratulations.
think a lot of that just came from how tight knit we are as a group. I think everyone up here, we stand deep in like the Bergen Catholic Brotherhood, and I know all of us treat each other like brothers. You know, we're always there if someone needs a ride, someone needs to get extra shots up, and yeah, it's just big thank you to Coach Billy, Coach Doug, Coach Zay, Coach Hunter, Mr. G on the bench, Zane, and our manager Kevin Barnes. And we did a lot of winning this year. Hopefully, got a lot of guys returning too, so we're gonna hopefully run that back and go Bergen. That's all I gotta say, man.
Sorry, being the fresh grocer guy, I know the same thing. All right, it's time to move on to our second to last award of the night, the Female Athlete of the Year Award, presented by HSS.
The quality of our choices affects the quality of our lives. So when it comes to how you move, do you choose to see a doctor or the #1 orthopedic specialist backed by a team who custom tailor your treatment? Do you choose to live with limitations or live life to the fullest by going to the place that's #1 at getting people back to what they love? Choose better, move better. HSS.
Here to hand out our final 2 awards of the night is Dr. McKenna Campbell-Potter from HSS, our presenting sponsor. Dr. Campbell-Potter is a sports medicine physician who specializes in acute, chronic, and overuse injuries in adolescents and adults. Dr. McKenna, here you are. Where'd you come from?
I'm right here.
Congratulations. Take it away.
Thank you. Good evening. What a great event. I am Dr. McKenna Campbell-Potter, a primary sports medicine physician at Hospital for Special Surgery. A little about me. I'm originally from Minnesota. I trained in Iowa, and now I serve as a team physician for St. John's University Athletics. On the weekends, you can usually find me running loops in Central Park, so trust me, I get it. The 6 a.m. practices, the ice baths, the sore knees, the can I play through this text to mom and dad. I've been the athlete, and now I get to take care of them. Here's what I really want you to take with you tonight. The way you treat your body right now, your bones, your joints, your muscles, sets the stage for the next 60, 70, 80 years. Every warm-up you don't skip, every night of real sleep, every time you actually tell the trainer where it hurts. That's an investment. And we know that healthy athletes become healthy adults, people who stay active, pain-free, and still doing the things they love well into their later years. That's exactly why we built HSS in Paramus, world-class sports medicine right in your backyard. So keep moving, take care of yourselves, and congratulations to all of the athletes in the room this evening. It's now my honor to present the overall North Jersey Female Athlete of the Year. Our winner made history on the mat, becoming the first wrestler in Passaic County history to win three state championships. She finished with a career record of 107-9 and started as a 4-time state champion, state medalist. The New Jersey Female Athlete of the Year is Olivia Georges from
I want to say thank you so much to NorthJersey.com again, and again, I wanted to thank my coaches. I really couldn't have done it without my coaches and my teammates to help me, and especially my parents, because they get me to all the training I need, and
And now for the overall North Jersey Boy Athlete of the Year. Our winner took home the state championship in the 400 meters in both indoor and outdoor track. Going undefeated at that distance this year, he was part of the state championship 4x4 relay team. He won sectional titles and Group 4 state titles in the 800 and sectional titles in the 200. In the fall, he played football and scored 4 touchdowns as a wide receiver. He is committed to Southern Cal. The 2026 Male Athlete of the Year is Seven Garcia.
I don't even know what to say. I mean, I woke up this morning feeling mad because, as you know, the Gatorade State Player of the Year awards came out. I didn't win it, so it kind of ruined my day. But I can't really go mad with this one. So just thank you and have a good night, everyone.
Ladies and gentlemen, dramatic pause. That ends our show. Thank you so much all for coming. Thank Don Morrow. Thank you, Billy, for bringing the floor. Thank you, Randy Burrow. Thank you, Coach A. Thank you, Jasper. It has been a fantastic night in North Jersey Athletics. Remember, NorthJersey.com, the record at Varsity Aces. Please get home safe, everybody.